Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, start the Athenian youth to merriments, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegis. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child.
Father!
Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love. With cunning thou hast filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience which is due to me to stubborn harshness. My gracious duke, be it so should not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she's mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this man or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, fair Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander!
No, he's not.
Himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked, but with mine eyes.
Rather with your eyes must with his judgment looked.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what powers I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty. In such a presence here to plead my thoughts, that I beseech your grace, that I may know the worst will befall me in this case. If I refuse to wed Demetrius,
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can adore the livery of a nun. For I, to be in a shady cloister mute, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon.
so I will grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or wed Demetrius, as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazy title to my certain right. You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. You marry him. How
He
can you
doesn't
say
evil, Lysander. True, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him, and she is mine, and all my right of her I do assay unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked. Not with vantage as Demetrius, and which is more than all these boasts can be. I'm beloved to the beauteous Hermia, why then should not I prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch to his head, made love to Neater's daughter Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon the spotted and inconstant man. She's
I confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come, Aegis, you shall go with me. I've some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, by which no means may we extenuate, to death or to vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what's here, my love? Demetrius and Aegis, go along.
But duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
like for what to bring that which I could well beseem them from the tempest of
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled, too low.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
or if there was sympathy in choice, or that sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as a lightning in the calling night, that ere man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. And let us teach our trial patience, for it's a customary cross.
Good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place where the sharp Athenian law could not pursue us. If thou lovest me, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night. And in the wood, a league without a town where I did meet thee once with Helena, to do observance till morn of May, there I will stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by all the vows that men have ever broke, in number more than women ever spoke, in that same place that which thou hast appointed me, tomorrow will I meet with thee!
You promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are like lodestars, and your tongue more tunable than larks to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching, oh, where favors so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown on him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns can teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers can such affections move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty.
Would that fault were mine?
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall flee this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to our minds we will unfold tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage the watery glass, decking with liquid pearls of bladed grass, at a time when lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the woods, where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Very well, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or others some can be. Through all Athens, I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eye, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. Therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. As waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then will he to the woods tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense.
It's all our company here.
You were best to call them generally man by man according to the script.
Here's a scroll of every man's name, which thought fit through all of Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, you must say what the play treats on, then call forth your actors by the scroll, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Thank you. Answers I call you, Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready, name what part I'm for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus, a lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
I'll have some tears in the true performing of it. If I do and let the audience look to their eyes, I will move storms. I will condole in some measure to the rest.
Next we
Yet, my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely, or a part the Cannon to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
All right, moving.
This is Heracles' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bell's mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is this be? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let not me play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mass and speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous voice. Thisbe, Thisbe. Ah, Pyramus, thy lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and thy lady dear. Mwah.
No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother.
Yes.
Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus' father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snugly Joiner, you the lion's part. I hope yours a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written yet? Pray you give it me, for I'm slow of study.
You may do it extempore. First,
Oh! Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I'll make any man's heart do good to hear it. I will roar that I'll make the Duke say, let him roar again! Let him roar again.
and you should do it too terribly that you would frighten the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek. And that were enough to hang us all. Right? The Duchess of your mother's
I grant you, friends. If you should fright the ladies out there, would say have no more discretion than to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice. I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you and twine it and go. Roar!
You can play Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see on a summer's day, a most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, which you will. The masters, here are your parts. I will entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night and meet me at the Palace Wood, a mile without the town by moonlight. There we will rehearse, for if we rehearse in the city, we shall be daubed with company and devices known. I will draw a bill of property such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough! Hold or cut bowstrings.
How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. Ah, farewell, thou glop of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here and on.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed, the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because she as her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train traced the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or sprinkled starlight sheen. But they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape, and making quite, or you or that shrewd and knavish bright Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he that frights the maids of the villagery, those that hobgoblin call you? And, sweet Puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. But room, fairy! Here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress. Would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am I not thy lord?
Well, I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corinne sat all day playing on pipes of horn and bursting laughter. Amorous Phillida, why art thou here? Your buskin mistress and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How can thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance at my credit hit with Hippolyta, when I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beechen margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind, but with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the wind, piping to us in vain, as in revenge have sucked up from the sea, contagious fogs, which, falling in the land, hath every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the plowman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and crows are fatted with the Murian flock. The 9 men's moors is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton green, for lack of tread, are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter cheer. No night is now with him or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air. The rheumatic diseases do abound, and through this temperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and an old hyam's thin and icy crown, and over its chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery, set. The spring, the summer, the chiding autumn, angry winter change their wonted deliveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order. Full often has she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake do I rear up the boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day, if you will patiently dance around and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me the boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou remembrance, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very night I saw, but thou could not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed. A certain aim he took, yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and the maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid, make man or woman dote upon the next living creature that it sees. Fetch me that herb, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan consume a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep. Then I'll drop the liquor of it into her eyes.
the next thing she waking looks upon, be it on lion, or bear, or wolf, or bull. She shall pursue with the soul of love, and ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can with another herb, I'll make her render up a page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible and shall overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia, the one I'll slay, neither slayeth me? Thou hast put me there upon this wood, and here I am, wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Ah! Hence, get thee gone!
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave here your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or do I implicitly tell you I do not, or I cannot love you?
Then even for that do I love you the more.
Do not tempt the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I look upon thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself in the hands of one that does not love you, to trust the opportunity tonight in the ill counsel of a desert place.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts!
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies, and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin, the mild hind makes speeds to catch the tiger's bootless speed, when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not say thy questions. Let me go, and if thou follow me, do not believe that I do thee mischief in the wood.
I, in the temple, in the town, in the field, you do me mischief. Fight, Demetrius. Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of help, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph, ere he seek this grove. Thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where ox slips and nodding violet grows. There lies Titania some time of the night, lulled in flowers and dances and delight. And with this juice I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Oh, take thou some of it and seek through this grove, for a sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know him by the Athenian garments he hath on. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come, now a roundel and a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute hence, some to kill cankers for their musk-rose buds, some war with remiss for their leathered wings that make my small elves' coats, and some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen, newt and blindworms do no wrong, come not near our fairy queen. Philomel with melody, sing in our sweet lullaby. Lulla, lulla, lullaby, lulla, lulla, lullaby. Never harm, nor spell, nor charm. Come our lovely lady nigh, so good night, with lullaby. Weaving spiders, come not here. Hence, you long-legged spinners, hence. Beetles black, approach not near. Worm nor snail do no offense. Philomel with melody, sing in our sweet lullaby. Lulla, lulla, lullaby. Lulla, lulla, lullaby. Never harm, nor spell, nor charm. Come our lovely lady nigh, so good night, with lullaby. Hence, away! Now all is well. One aloof, stand sentinel.
cease when thou dost wake. Do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak truth, I forgot our way.
What?
We'll rest on, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of day.
Very well, Lysander. Find me out of bed, for upon this bank shall I rest my head.
One pillow shall serve as a turf for us both. One bed, two bosoms, one heart, and one trough.
My good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
I take the sweet sense of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that from my heart and to yours, isn't it? That but one heart we can make of it.
Lysander riddles very prettily, but, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off yet in human modesty. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, I say. And then in life when I am loyalty. Here's my bed. Sleep, give thee all's rest.
Shh. And with half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night in silence. Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This he my master said, despiseth the Athenian maiden, hear the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eye I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So wake when I'm gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee, hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayers, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, I am ugly as a bear, for beasts that made me to run away for fear. Ugh. Therefore no marvel though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. But who's here? Lysander? On the ground? Dead? Or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows thy art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where's Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Oh, do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent. The tedious minutes I have with her spent not Hermia, but Helena I love.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did not know, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye? But you must flout my insufficiency. Good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do. In such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you, Lord, of more true gentleness.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst come Lysander near. And all my power address your love and might, to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast! I mean, for pity, what a dream was here! Lysander, look how I quake with fear! Methought a out of hearing. Gone. No sound. No word. Alack, where are you? Speak! Speak, and if thou hear, I swoon almost with fear. No? Well, then I perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you will find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, pat. And here's a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn brake, our touring house. We shall do it in action as we will do it before they do.
Peter Quince!
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By your locking up parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out.
I have a device to make all well. Write to me a prologue, and in this prologue say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Nick Bottom, the Weaver! This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Then what are we going to do?
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves bringing in God shield us. A lion is the most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful, wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he must speak through, saying thus, or to some defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to tremble, not to fear. I am a man, as other men are, and there indeed let him name his name, and tell them that he is plainly Snug the Joiner.
That's a word. Well, it shall be so. But there are two hard things, that is. To bring moonlight into the chamber, for, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar. A calendar! We're you on calendar duty? Who was on calendar duty? Oh! Look at the almanac, find out moonshine.
Unlock it.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Nay, then, why, may you leave a casement in the great chamber window where we play open?
I, or else one, must come in with a bush of thorn and a lantern and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person to moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe says the story did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Oh! Some man or other must present wall, and let him wear some loam, or some plaster, or some rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through the cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Testing, testing.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you've spoken all your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What, a play toward? I'll be an auditor. An actor, too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus, Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe! The flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odorous.
Odors, savor sweet. So hot thy breath, thy dearest Thisbe's ear. But hark! A voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by to thee I will appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now? Aye, marry must you, for you must understand he goes but to see a noise that he heard and is to come again.
Most radiant pyramid.
Most radiant Pyramus, a color like the red rose on triumphant briar, as true as horse, that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus' tomb, man. Well, you must not say that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your parts, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tired.
Oh, as true as horse, that yet would never tire.
Fair, fair, Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We are haunted! Great masters, fly masters, help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through brush, through brake, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a hound. A hog, a headless bear. Sometimes a fire, and neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn. Like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
To make me afeard.
Oh, Bosom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? Peter Quince?
Bless thee, bottom, bless thee, thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I'll walk up and down, and I will sing. This will show them that I am not afraid. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through? Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let you go.
What angel in the flowery bed? I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again.
Make him go, as you shoot across the sky.
Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force before doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason to believe that. And yet to say, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, mop, and mustard seed.
Ready.
And I.
And I.
And I.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous, his gentleman. Hop in his box and gamble in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. And pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him else, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail.
Hail. Hail.
I cry your worship mercy heartily, I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Good, Master Cobweb. I shall desire you of more acquaintance. If I shall cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother. I shall desire you of more acquaintance as well, Master Peas Blossom. Your name, honest gentleman?
Mustard seed.
Good, Master Mustard Seed. I promise you, your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon methinks looks on with a watery eye. When she weeps, weeps every little flower.
Baby, you're a
Tie
fire.
up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what it was which next came in her eye, which she must stood on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with the monster is in love. Here to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stall, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of the barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did at him this advantage shake, an ass's knoll I fixed it on his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered. And forth my mimic comes, when they him spy, as wild geese that creeping fowler eyes sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so at his sight away his fellows fly, and at her step hear o'er and o'er. When falls, he murder cries, and help from Athens calls. Their senses thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, all things yielders catch, and led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When at that moment so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This fall out better than I could have devised, but hast that yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping. That is finished too. And the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of course she must be odd.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on a bitter foe.
Now I could chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou I fear hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast killed Lysander sleeping, being o'er shoes and blood, then plunge in deep and kill me too.
The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping her yet?
It cannot be but that thou hast murdered him.
So should the murderer look so dead, so grim. So should the murdered look, so should I, pierced through the heart with their stern cruelty. And you, the murderer, look as bright and clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering spear.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he?
I, my good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hound.
Out, dog, out, cur! Thou hast driven me past the bounds of maidens' patience. If thou hast slain Lysander, may it henceforth be never known among men. Oh, once tell true even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon him being awake? And hast thou slain him sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Cannot a worm an adder do so much? An adder did it then, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent never out of stone.
You spend your passion on misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, but I can tell.
I pray you, then tell me he is well.
And if I did, what would I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part myself. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
Oh, there is no following her in this fierce vein. Hitherefore, for a while, I will remain. For sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, and to debt to bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe. Which in some slight measure it will pay, if so for his tender I will make stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and put the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprison must force ensue, if true love turn not false true and true.
Then fate o'errules, that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood, go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. By some illusion seest thou, I'll bring her here. All charmed his eyes again, she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than an arrow from Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sinketh the apple of his eye. One his left doth espy, shine as gloriously as the Venus in the sky. When she wakes, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll 2 at 1 move 1. That must need be sport alone. Shh. These things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I won't scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vow so bore the nativity. All truths appear. How can these things in me seem scorn to you? Bearing the badge of faith to prove them true.
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and yours will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me put in 2 scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what can I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy, oh, how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you both are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but now must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and super praise my parts, but I am sure that you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals, and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You're unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all goodwill and all my heart in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. And yours at Helen to me bequeath, whom I do love and will to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. If I e'er love her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but its guest-wise sojourn, and now to Helen is home returned.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage, not the faith does not know. Left to thy peril, thou shalt abide, dear. Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly dost thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
But love could press Lysander from my side.
Lysander's love thou would not let him bide. Fair Helen, who more in gilds the night than all yon fiery o's and eyes of light, why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision?
I don't understand.
Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us? Oh, is all forgot? All school days, friendships, childhood innocence. We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one cushion, sitting on one, as if our hands, our sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate. So we grew together like to a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet in union, in partition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem, so with two seeming bodies, but one heart. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I may chide you for, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not, though it seems you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to praise me and mock my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate but miserable most to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persevere, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I do turn my back. Wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel. Thy canst compel no more than she can entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Fair Helen, I love thee by my life, I do. I swear to thee, which I will use to prove him false, that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
Thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Sing off, thou cat, thou bird. Vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this?
Outload medicine, O hated potion, hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, in sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I'll keep my word with thee.
I would have your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I strike her? Hurt her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate me? Wherefore, oh, what moves my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I'm as fair now as I was
since night you left me. Why then did you leave me? Oh, the gods forbid, in earnest shall I say.
I may by my life never did desire to see thee more, therefore be out of hope. Of question of doubt be certain nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen me off her forever?
Fine and faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. Ah! And are you grown so high in his esteems, but because I am so dwarfish and low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails get the good thine eyes! I pray you that you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed, I have no gift at all in shrewdness. I'm a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me.
You perhaps may think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower! Half again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia, did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you, save in that love unto Demetrius. He followed you, for love I followed him. So now you will let me quiet go to Athens while I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go, you see how simple and fond I am.
Why get you gone? What is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
With Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Be not afraid, I shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, she shall not. Though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little? Again? Nothing but low and little? Why will you suffer her to thwart me thus? Let me go to her!
Gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering knobgrass maid, you weed, you acorn!
You are too officious, and her behalf that scorns your service.
Speaking not of Helena!
Do not scorn her so, and if thou showst so little of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now, she holds me not. Now follow, if thou durst, to prove who's right of thine or mine, and most in Helena.
Follow, nay, I'll go with thee.
Cheek by jowl.
You mistress! All this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will no longer trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I'm amazed, and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakes, or else committest thy knaveries willfully?
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far, blameless proves my enterprise that I did annoyance in Athenians' eyes. And so far, my God, it did so sort, as this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one not come within another's way. Like to Lysander sometime fray thy tongue, and stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows doth counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes, whose virtuous property take all error from his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. One day next week, this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall the pair of faithful lovers wend, whose league till date till death shall never end. And I in this affair do thee employ, I'll go to my queen and beg for her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release her monster zeal, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy king, this must be done with haste. For night swift dragons cuts the cloud full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there, troop home to churchyard, damn spirits all.
But notwithstanding haste, make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I'm feared in field and town. Goblin lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou proud, Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again, thou runaway, thou coward! Where hast thou fled? Speak, in some bush! Where dost thou hide?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookst for wars and will not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He is the file that draws a sword on me.
Art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone.
Hello?
The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen I am in dark and even way. And here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day. But if but once thy show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this fight.
Coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest! Thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and still not stand, nor look me in my face! Where art thou now?
Come hither, I'm here.
Nay, thou mockest me! Thou shalt bite this deer, if I ere by daylight see thy face! Weariness constrains me to lay out my length on this cold bed, and by daylight's approach to be visited.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hours that I may back to Athens by daylight. From these my poor company did detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but 3. Come one more. 2 of both kinds makes up 4. Here she comes, first and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so in weary, never so in woe, but dabbled with the dew and torn among the briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
Sleep sound on the ground. I'll apply to near eye, gentle lover remedy. When thou wakes, thou takes true delight in thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known, that every man should take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill, every man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb? Good Monsieur. Get your weapons in your hands and hunt me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And, good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your knife, Monsieur. I pray you leave your courtesy, Monsieur.
What's your will?
Nothing, Monsieur, but to help Cavalry Peas Blossom to scratch. Methinks I ought to the barber's, for I am marvelously hairy about the face.
What, will thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongues and the bones!
Or say, sweet love, what thou desires to eat.
Methinks I have a great desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay. Sweet hay hath no fallow. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Thou seest this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. for meeting behind the wood and seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool. I then did ask for her changeling child, which she gave me, and bare him to my bower in fairy land. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes, and, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awaking when the other do, and back to Athens then again repair, think no more of last night's accidents, but as a fierce vexation of a dream. But first I must release my fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head. Titania, music call and strike more dead than common sleep of all these 5 descents.
Music, home, music such as charm asleep.
When thou wakes with thine own fool's eyes, peep!
Now thou and I are new in amity, and with tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly. There shall the pair of faithful lovers be wedded, with Theseus all in jollity.
No! No! No!
Fairy King, attendant Mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found, with these mortals on the ground.
No!
What a great hunt, I must say.
I agree, my lord.
For now, our observation is performed, and since we have the wayward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once,
Not that guy.
when in a wood of Crete they bayed the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, for besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind.
Much
Slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hallowed to, nor cheered with horn, in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter Hermia. This is Lysander. This Demetrius is. This Helena, Oneater's Helena. I wonder their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May. And hearing our intent, came here in grace of our solemnities. But speak, Aegis, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine's is past. Begin these woodbirds but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? that hatred is so far from jealousy. To sleep I hate, and fear no enmity.
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking. But as yet, I swear truly cannot say how I came here. But as I think, for truly I would speak, and now it do bethink me. So it is, I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might without the peril of the...
Enough! My lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would. Demetrius, they're about to have defeated you and me.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, their purpose hither to this wood. I and Fairy followed them, for Helen and Fancy followed me. But my good lord, I wot not by what power, by such power it is, that my love for Hermia melted as snow. My faith, the virtue of mine heart, and the pleasure of mine eye, is not only to Helen, who I was betrothed there I saw Hermia, but like a sickness that I loathe that food, and as in health that I return to my natural taste, to love, long for it, and to evermore be true to it.
Fair lovers you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegis, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us these couples shall eternally be knit. Come, Hippolyta.
Eternally knit? Wait, my lord, can you repeat that? I think I'm hearing things.
These things seem so small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned to clouds.
Methinks I see with parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found Demetrius, like a jewel,
Mine own and not mine own?
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems that yet we sleep, we dream. Do you not think the Duke was here and bid us to follow him?
Yea, and my father.
and Hippolyta.
And he bid us follow to the temple. Why then, we are awake. Let us follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
I'm sorry.
Hey ho! Peter Quince, Flute the bellows mender, Snap the tinker, starveling! God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep. I've had a most rare vision, past the wit of man to explain what the stream was. Man is but an ass if you go about to expound the stream. Methought I was. There is no man who can say what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is but a patch full if he will offer up to say what methought I had. I'll get Peter Quince to write a ballad of the stream. It shall be called Bottom Stream, because it hath no bottom.
House. Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported. If he come not, then our play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all of Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No! He is simply the best wit of any handicraftsman in Athens.
Exactly. Masters, the Duke is coming to the temple with 2 and 3 more lords and ladies married. If our game doth proceed, then we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully bottom, thus hath he lost 6 a day during his life. He could not have scaped 6 a day. And the Duke had not given him 6 a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 a day in Pyramus, or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are their hearts? I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what for if I tell you, I am not true Athenian. I'll tell you everything right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet bottom.
All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together! Meet presently at the palace, every man look o'er his part, for the short and long of it is, our play is preferred. And, most dear actors, eat no garlic or onions, for we are to utter sweet breath.
Yeah, that's actor 101.
For I will not doubt, but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy! No more words! Away! Go away!
It is strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I may never believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witness it than fancy's images, grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Ah, here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us, wait in row walks or board your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call, Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment for you this evening? What mask, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There's a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice which your highness will see first.
The riot of the tipsy bacchanals tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last to conquer.
Really old.
The thrice three muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen, critical, not sorting of a nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. A very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief? That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But for 10 words, it is too long. For in all the play, there is not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made my eyes water. But more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
Where they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds, now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing. Nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intent, extremely stretched, and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when Sybalis and duty tender it. Go bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness o'ercharged, and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we, to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, but poor duty cannot do. Noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Where I've come, great clerks have purposed to greet me with premeditated welcomes, where I've seen them shiver and look pale, make periods in the midst of sentences, throttle their practice accent in their fears, and in conclusion, dumbly have broken off, not paying me welcome. Trust me, sweet, out of this silence yet I picked a welcome. I read as much from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity in least speak most to my capacity.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If the offenders with their goodwill. that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill. Oops, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider them we come but in despite. Do not come, is minding to content you our true intent is. All for delight we're not here. That you should hear, repent you. The actors are at hand. And by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
Fell doth not stand upon points.
Cast through this prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral, my lord. It is not in his speak, but speak true.
Indeed, he has played on this prologue like a child on a recorder. A sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on. True truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, for if you will know, this beauteous Lady Thisbe is certain. This man with lime and rough cow doth present. Wall, that vile wall which these lovers did sunder. This man with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn. Presenteth moonshine, for if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Nidus' tomb. There to woo. This grisly beast, which lion hied by name, this trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Brow with blade, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely pierced his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tearing in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, the lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain, at largest course, which here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
One lion may, what many axes do.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, once known by name, present Wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often, very secretly. This lime, this rough cast, and this stone does show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that I ever heard discourse, my lord.
But Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim-looking night! Oh, night with you so black! Oh, night whichever are when day is not! Oh, night! Oh, night! Alack! 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 I fear my true sister's promises forgot, and thou wall of sweet, lovely wall.
What is wrong with you?
A downhearted her father's ground in mine. And thou wall of sweet, lovely wall, show me thy cheek to blink through with thine eye. Thanks, courteous wall! Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be the stones for thus deceiving me.
Shut up!
The wall methinks being sensible should curse again.
No, in truth, for he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I have to spy her through the wall. It will all fall pat as I have told you. Yonder she comes!
Oh no! Full often hast thou heard my moans, for parting my fair Pyramus and me.
I hear a voice. Now I will to the wall to hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love! Thou art my love!
I think. Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace. Wilt thou meet me at Nini's tomb straight away?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, Wall, my part discharged so, and being done thus, Wall away doth go.
Now the mural is down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You ladies!
No.
Oh, sorry. You ladies! Oh, sorry. Whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creep on here. when lying rough and wild as treasures, then no eyes sight the joiner am. For lying rough and wild stand, come into this place, joys pity of my love.
Oh, a very gentle beast and of good conscience.
A very good beast, my lord, that I e'er saw.
Let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. No, sorry.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He's no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be... No, 1 second.
It's the greatest error of the rest. The man should be put into the lantern. How else is it the man of the moon?
He dares not come near the candle, for you see, it's already in snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. What he would change.
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the wane. But yet, in courtesy, in all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All I have to say is to tell you this lantern is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thornbush my thornbush, and this dog my dog. Thank you.
Why, all these should be in the lantern, for all these are in the moon. Shh! But silence. Here comes Thisbe.
This is on Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Well roared, lion!
Well run, Thisbe!
Well shone, moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunbeams. Sunbeams? Where are the sunbeams? No, there's no light in there. I swear.
Nobody appreciates
You are making me look so bad right now. For the Duke? Oh! I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright.
You're welcome.
For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, oh spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful toll is here? Eyes do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, what stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell. Oh, fates, come, cut thread and drum, coil, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lions frame? Come, tears, confound. Outsword and wound the pap of Pyramus. That left pap where heart doth hob. Thus die I, thus.
I'm taking this.
Now, my dad, now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, loose thy light, moon. Take thy flight. Now die. Die.
He's back. With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover, and yet prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
A moat will turn the balance for Pyramus, for Thisbe, he for a man, God warn us. She for a woman, God bless us.
She has spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, Speak! Quite dumb? Dead? A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone! Lovers make moan, his eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three! Come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have sure, with shears his thread of silk. Tongue and not a word, come trusty sword, come blade my breast and brew. And farewell, friends, thus Thisbe ends. Adieu.
sunshine and lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and wall too. No, in truth, sir, the wall is down that part of the fathers. Well, please you to see a burgomaster enter here at epilogue.
No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never excuse for when the players are dead. There need none to be blamed. It is truly and very notably discharged. But come, your burgomask, let your epilogue alone. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep as much we this overnight have overwatched. This palpable and gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gait of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight we hold this solemnity in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary fast fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite, in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, in the presence of the sun, falling darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house with glimmering light, by the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite, hop as light as bird from briar.
Hand in hand with fairy praise, will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through the house each fairy stray, to the best bride bed will we, which by us blessed be. With this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber blessed, through the palace with sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest buck, if we have unearned luck now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.